Hey, make an ellipse. 12 by 7.
12 by 7?
12 by 7.
Okay. I'm going to take this piece of glue on, and then I'm going to just first thing I want is just like a little strip. Make 2-inch strip. I got 12 by 7, so like 12 this way and 7 like that. I'm going to subtract 7 from 12 and I get 5. So I'm going to make a 5-inch square. I'm going to make it a little bigger just to have a little extra meat. That's about 5 1/4. Now I'm going to make the groove in the middle. So somewhere around there. I'll check how close I am. On that it's going to be about there. I just want it to go both ways. Pretty good. I'm going halfway through. And then I'm assuming this is actually square. And then I'm just going to make a line somewhere down the middle of this. Same thing. Just so I can see where it is. I'm going to put the blade back up in case someone else has to use the saw. So what, 12 by 7?
12 by 7.
First thing I'll do is I'll just take this square and mark out a, X and Y axis. I'll do it with a square because I feel like it. That should be okay. Then I'll take this. I'll lay that on the grid. And because I have these nails right here, I'm just going to nail it down. If this was like something nice, I would probably double stick tape it. Now if you're going to miss, you want to miss big. Anyway, 7 by 12. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do half of that from here. So half of 7 is 3 1/2, and half of 12 is 6. And then take some other piece of shit and go like that. I don't really need all this extra shit, so I'll do that. Get rid of it. So we want to go to this point. Because I feel like it, I'm going to make a tiny little groove to hold my pencil. Now, when I measured this, I added that little bit. Anyway. I'll take 2 more of these nails. And I'll look for good ones that got nice round heads. And then I'll make sure that they pass nicely through this. And then I'll go like that. That. And then I'll just drive those through to about there. So that they're kind of sticking out. And those are going to be my bearings. The reason I made this slightly over 5 inches is because the distance between this is 2.5, which is half of 5. Because here you go, you got this ellipse here, right? It's a major axis and a minor axis. They call this the major axis because it's fucking huge. They call this the minor axis because it's fucking tiny. But then from the center to these points is called the semi-major axis because it's half of the major axis, and then the semi-minor axis. Anyway, I'm just going to draw it because I don't know how to explain it. What you want to do is eventually you're going to roll it around in this like that. But I'm going to start this way because I want it to be oriented like that. So I'll put my pencil in the groove, and then I'll do that. And I'll try not to fuck it up too bad. Okay, that's half of it. Switch hands. Do the other half. Like that. Whatever. Now you can drill a hole in a bigger piece of material and do other things, like you could even use ball bearings and then like a router on one side, as long as you account for the distance from the centers and shit like that. There, we got an ellipse, and it's 12 by 7. Now, I want to make another ellipse.
12 by 5.
Okay, 12 by 5. So I'll do the same thing I did before. I'll subtract the minor axis from the major axis. So, 12 minus 5, 7. So I'll cut a square that's like 7 and change by 7 and change and do the same thing. But the problem is, that square is going to be larger than the minor axis, so it won't fit like that. So if that's the case, you're just going to have to do it on a full sheet like that, where you can cut the sheet the size of your ellipse, run the grid down the center, do the same thing, and that's really it. So that's how you do it. Trying to think of any useful information that pertains to the actual geometry, but I really don't know how to talk about it, so I would just try doing it and then you'll understand. Okay, bye.